Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are safe at your home and enjoying your online learning. I am Mrs. Karuna Deve, the teacher of Gokhale Education Society's JDC Vitco English Medium High School. I am here for your 8th standard maths. Our first unit is going on, that is rational and irrational numbers. In our previous video, we have learnt about the practice set 1.2 and now we are going to move towards our practice set 1.3. So students, let's move towards the decimal representation of rational number. At first, we will aware with the concept of decimal representation. It means what? Suppose this is one of the rational number I have taken here, that is 5 upon 2. So if we divide this numerator with the denominator 2, then the whatever answer we will get, that is called as a decimal representation. See here 5 will be divided by 2, 2 2s are 4, the remainder is 1. If we'll put the point, it means it is called as a decimal. Then we will get 0 here, 2 5s are 10. Now we will get the 0 as a remainder. So in this case, this 2 upon 2.5 is the answer. It means 5 by 2's answer is 2.5. So this is called the decimal representation of this rational number. Now let's go ahead. Actually there are two kinds of the decimal representation of rational number. The first one is called as a terminating decimal form, and the second one is called as a non-terminating decimal form. Again, this non-terminating decimal form is also divided into two types, that is recurring and non-recurring. So students, how we are going to be call it first? This recurring is known with the title, that is non-terminating recurring decimal form, and this is called as a non-terminating non-recurring decimal form. Here students, this terminating decimal form and non-terminating recurring, these 2 points we are going to study in our practice set number 1.3. I will take some examples which help you to understand it more clearly. So now question comes in our mind is, what is about this non-recurring? So this non-recurring comes in the category of non-rational numbers. So recurring is related to the rational numbers and non-recurring is related to the non-rational numbers. Let's focus over these 2 points only, terminating decimal form and non-terminating recurring decimal form. Now we will take one example at first. Suppose this is one of the example here where the question is 7 upon 2, or if we will divide the 7 by 2, then we get the answer 3.5. Here 3.5, this point, it means the decimal where the process of division ends with the remainder 0. When the calculation or when the division process ends with the 0, then this type of the rational numbers comes in the category of terminating decimal form. Now I will show you another example. Look at here. The second example is 5 upon 6. Here, due to lack of time, I have already solved the sum. Now, just concentrate over the process of placing recurring symbol over the answer. So, in this case, if the answer is ending with the same number again and again, then the process of division is unending. So at last what we have to do, we have to write the answers and the digit or the group of the numbers which is coming again and again, we have to stop them at some sense and we have to put one bar over there. Here this bar, it means the repetition. So how we have to write the actual answer, that is 0.83. only one time 3 we have to write, and instead of writing other 3's we have to put one dot over the 3. So this dot is, it means the 3 is repeating here. So this is our actual answer. But students, may the question come in your mind that when to put dot and when to put the total line. Let's see here. Suppose in this case the 0.8333, this 3 number is repeating, that's why we have written in answer that is 0.83, and only one time 3 we have written and we have put the dot over it. So this is the case where the only one digit is repeating, so we have put the dot. But if in this case or in about any number the answer is coming 4.283283283, and we have stopped our division process. Then where the set of group, it means 2 or more than digits are repeating, then at that time instead of writing all these numbers or the group of the numbers again and again, we have to write the answer 4.283. After that again 283 is coming, again 283 coming, so we have to stop writing it here only at one time only, and instead of putting the bar we will put the line over the group of the number which is repeating. So this line is called as a bar. So here it means that the answer is 4.283. So if only one digit is repeating, then we are going to put only one dot over that digit, and if the group of the digit is repeating, then we are putting the bar over that group of the number which is repeating. So here this group of the digit which is repeating, that bar and the dot is called as a recurring. Recurring, it means the repetition. So in this case where the division process is not ending and the answer is repeating with the some digits or the some numbers, then this type of the calculation is known with the title non-terminating recurring decimal form. Again, there is an important concept regarding the rational number. Every rational number can be written in non-terminating recurring decimal form. Let's see how. Suppose the sum is 7 upon 2 is one of the rational number which we have taken. If we divide the 7 by 2, then we get the answer 3.5. And the process of the division is ends with the remainder 0. So that's why 3.5 is known with the terminating decimal form. So students, this terminating decimal form or this rational number can be converted into non-terminating recurring form. Let's see how it possible. Suppose 7 divided by 2, its answer is 3.5. If we will write this answer 3.50000, and we can continue it. Here the value doesn't change if we add the 0. So if we are increasing the 0 more, then we can also write this answer 3.50, and then we can put one dot here which is a symbol of recurring. So students, just by adding the 0 here, we can convert the same answer into the non-terminating recurring decimal form. Actually 3.5 is the terminating decimal form, and 3.50 and the dot over it comes in the category of non-terminating recurring decimal form. So it means every rational number or every terminating decimal form is converted into the non-terminating recurring decimal form. Now let's move towards our actual practice set 1.3. This is our first question from practice set number 1.3, that is, write the following rational numbers in decimal form. The first question is 9 upon 37. Now let's divide the 9 by 37. Before starting the actual sum, we have to prepare the table of 37 like this way in our rough work, so which help us to do the sum very properly. So like that we have made the table of 37 up to 5 only. If you required more, then we can do it again. Now here the 9 is less than 37, so how we can able to calculate it first? So as it is less, so we have to put the 0 at first and decimal point. If we'll put the decimal point here, then again our decimal point will be here and we can take 10 in the next of that. So now our number is 9.0, which is just near about to 37 twos are 74. So we can able to 37 twos are 74. The remainder will be 16. Now again 16 is also less than 74, so we have to add one more 0 here. Now we can't take the second decimal, so we will keep it like that way only. Now our number is 160. So 160 is nearer to the 148. So 37 fours are 148. 37 fours are 148, which we have to minus from 160. If we will minus 8, then our remainder will become 12. Again 12 is less than 37, so we have to put 10 again. Now the number will be 120. 120 is near to the 111, so it means 37 threes are 111. So 37 threes are 111, which we have to minus from 120. Again our remainder will come 9. So this 9, again 9 is also less than 37, so we have to make the 0 here and 90. So this 90 is just like to the our first calculation. So we have to do it one more time, then I will tell you something. So the 90, it means 37 twos are 74. Again our remainder will become 16. It means that if once this 9 is coming again in the case of remainder, it means there will be the repetition. If the repetition starts again, if we will calculate, so again we get the remainder 16. If we will put 0 here, then it becomes 160. So we have to minus again 37. 4s are 148. So we have to repeat that 148 here. So again the process of the repetition is continuously going on. So we have to stop our calculation here and we have to move towards the direct answer. 9 upon 37, we get the answer 0.243243. It will be continuously going on. So how we are going to write the answer? Therefore our answer is 0.243, and after this 3 again 243 is coming. So instead of writing all these numbers again we have to put one bar here. Let's see the second question, that is 18 upon 42. The 18 upon 42, it is little bit difficult to directly calculate or divide it. So let's make it short at first. So here we can reduce these fractional numbers by dividing some another number. Suppose 18 and 42 will be divided by one common number, that is 6. Then we get the answer 6 3s are 18 and 6 7s are 42. So we will get the number that is 3 by 4 7. So you can easily calculate it. See here now, as we know that 3 is smaller than 7, so we have to put 10 and decimal form and one more 0 here. So 7 4s are 28. So we get the remainder 2. So 2 is also less than 7. So we can put one more 0 here. So 7 2s are 14. The remainder is 6. 6 is also less than 7. So we can take one more 0 here. Now 7 8s are 56. We will minus 56 from 60. Then our remainder is 4. Again 4 is also less from 7. So we can put one more. Now the number is becoming 40. 7 5s are 35. If we will minus it, again our remainder is 5. We can add one more 0 here. Then the number is becoming 50. Now 7 sevens are 49. If we'll minus 49 from 50, again our remainder is coming 1, which is also less than 7. So we can put one more 0 here, the number becoming 10. 7 ones are 7. Now remainder is 3. Now students, be careful. If again the remainder is coming 3, it means the same process like the previous one is repeating again. It means this is the point of repetition. So 3 is also less than 7. It means we will take 0 here. So it becomes 30. Then 7 4s are 28. Again the remainder is 2, which is like this way only. So here we can stop our process of calculation and we can write the answer, that is 18 divided by 42 is equal to our first converted fraction, that is 3 upon 7 is equal to 0.42857, and again the 428 will be continue. So instead of writing all these numbers, we can put the dots here. Therefore our main answer is 0.428571, and here we are going to put one bar here. This is a third one sum, that is 9 divided by 14. Again it is a simple one just like previous two, so this is you have to solve by your own. Let's move towards our fourth sum, that is negative 103 upon 5. So here at first we have to ignore this negative symbol for a few minutes, and let's consider the question is 103 divided by 5. So 103 divided by 5. Now 5 2s are 10. The remainder is 0. We will take the next number 3. So 3 is there. 3 is less than, remainder is 0. So 5 0 0. 3 minus 0, the answer is 3. Now 3 is less than 5, so we'll put the decimal here and 0 will be here. Now 5 6 are 30. So 30 minus 30, the remainder is 0. Now students, be careful, here remainder is 0. It means that this is the sum of terminating decimal form, which I have already explained you. So let's write the main answer. 103 divided by 5. The answer is 20.6. But students, here we have to write the negative symbol before our number. So therefore, this is our final answer, negative 20.6. This is our fifth sum, that is 11 divided by 13. Here again we have to ignore the negative symbol, and first we have to find 11 divided by 13. So here, due to lack of time, I have already solved the sums. Observe it. If you want, you can take the screenshot and write the sum in your notebook. Like that way our practice set number 1.3 is over. Okay students, your today's homework is to complete the practice set number 1.3 in your classwork notebook. Take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.